Gina Carano sues Disney, Lucasfilm. Elon Musk will facilitate others joining the lawsuits. This is it's an eventful day. I gotta say, it's Tuesday, so it's news day here. What was that? Phil's got speakers blasting.
My bad.
Check this out. Actress Gina Carano filed a lawsuit against Lucasfilms and Disney with the aid of ex-owner Elon Musk. She said the actress announced her lawsuit in a Tuesday X post. After my 20 years of building a career from scratch, and during the regime of former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Lucasfilm made this statement on Twitter, terminating me from The Mandalorian. Quote, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. Carano wrote, citing Lucasfilm's statement. Now, here's the thing. She never said those things. Gina Carano never denigrated anybody, never insulted anybody, and she points this out in a long X post where she says, I never used aggressive language. I shared thought-provoking quotes, pictures, memes, and I occasionally used my words not with aggression, but with respect and the occasional comedy to keep the mood light. She mentions that in one instance, she said, beep, bop, boop, which is in no way, here we go. She says, so what did I do? She says, I was called a transphobe for making droid noises from Star Wars. Beep, bop, boop was obviously directed to the online bullies and did not in any way denigrate transgender people. But they did fire her. She says a couple months ago, Elon Musk tweeted that if you had been fired from the platform, fired, I think she means using the platform X for exercising your right to free speech, he would like to offer these people legal representation. Quite the noble offer, but never in my wildest dreams would I have thought anyone would take on my case against Lucasfilm and Disney. Still, I did respond back. I think I qualify. And thousands of people agreed, but I didn't expect anything. To my surprise, a few months ago, I received an email from a lawyer who had been hired by X to look into my story and many others. Turns out, after sending them as much information as I could gather, these past few months, my now lawyers and X believe wholeheartedly in my case and are moving forward. I would like to express my deepest gratitude and thank you to Elon Musk and X for giving me the opportunity to bring my case to light. As for me, I would like to pick up where I left off and continue my journey of creating and participating in storytelling, which is my utmost passion and everything I worked for. It has been difficult to move forward with the lies and labels stuck on me. Backed and encouraged by the most powerful entertainment company in the world, I am grateful someone has come to my defense in such a powerful way and look forward to clearing my name. It would appear, the reporting I've seen, is that she is seeking to be recast. Let me make sure we have that. I believe that's the, perhaps not. I saw that in a Hollywood Reporter, that should she win the lawsuit, she would want to be recast on the show Mandalorian. I don't know if that is exactly what's happening here, but Elon Musk isn't stopping there. He tweeted, if you were discriminated against by Disney or its subsidiaries, ABC, ESPN, Marvel, etc., just reply to this post to receive legal support. Wow. This is going to be big. I want to just say as we get into this, because we can read this post he put up from Disney. It's good for business. There are a lot of people who are scared to use Twitter, X. We'll stop dead naming the platform. We're almost there. They're scared because they're going to get fired. This is Elon Musk's, one of his smartest business moves. It's not even about the culture war. I mean, I'm sure it is, honestly. But I'm sure at the company, there are some business-minded individuals who asked Elon, why sue for people getting fired from the platform? And Elon said, look, how many people would be on the platform verified with their profile picture, paying $8 a month if they were confident they would not be fired for speaking up? A lot of people who use the platform won't sign up out of fear. It will connect to them. And then when they express their opinions, they will lose their lives. We defend them when they get fired and they'll feel more comfortable. We'll get more users. We'll get more paying subscribers. Not to mention, Elon Musk probably said, think of the ideological press. When we announce we're doing this, every person who opposes this anti-free speech is going to sign up to support us because they know that money is helping to fund pushing back against cancel culture.
I mean, maybe. I think that I'm starting to think that he's got a chip on his shoulder now. I mean, he is in a position where he's got the federal government, starting to really look at him, and he's getting pressure from the administration. And when the president is, making remarks about you, saying things like, we're going to look into you, that's a pretty intimidating kind of thing. So I think that there's probably a lot of personal impulse there, but I mean, maybe he is. I don't know.
I'm for it. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Of course, I'm for it.
The main thing I think is that if she wants to get her job back and get recast, that would be a very hostile work environment for her. Even if they are forced to do it legally, I don't know why she would want that.
Well, that's what recast means. Someone else, right?
Well, no, I don't know if it's true. He said Hollywood Reporter Tim said that she wanted to get her old role back, be recast on the role.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I'm trying to fact check that because I had seen that.
It's an interesting demand.
Yes. Yeah. Hollywood Reporter Carano brings a claim of wrongful discharge and sex discrimination. She seeks a court order that would force Lucasfilm to recast her and at least $75,000 plus punitive damages.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Maybe it wouldn't be a hostile work environment.
Look, yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, she might be friends with all those guys.
And like it was the producer that she didn't even know that fired her, that no one even knew or something like that.
Oh, right. Somebody made a phone call and then they came to her and they're probably like, Gina, we're sorry. I mean, they're telling us you're out. And she was probably like, what the? Man, that's probably crazy. And the crazy thing about it is she's pointed out, she did not, when we read this, she didn't say the things they claimed she said. The big egregious violation was when she posted, it was like an image from the Holocaust. And it said, do not be tricked into condemning your neighbors. And they were like, she's comparing Republicans to Jews in the Holocaust, which she was not. She was literally making a broad statement of the government will trick you into being enemies with fellow people. Yep. And that's like a common Occupy leftist trope. Yep. Where the government corporations want to pit the people against each other.
Yeah, I mean, not to get into the metaphysical too deeply or whatever, but this kind of points to the argument that the word has power, that just having the ability to articulate things can make things manifest in reality. What they did was they said, look, she said all these anti-Semitic things, and even though the content was not anti-Semitic, the point of it was not anti-Semitic, and there's no evidence that it was, just people saying, look, this connection to, the Holocaust means that she's insensitive, means that she's anti-Semitic, and it got enough people concerned enough where the higher ups at Disney said, okay, you've got to go. Or they just, and because all the estimation is this worth us defending? Is it worth us fighting for?
I want to just stress this point that there are journalists out there. I'll see a news headline and it'll say something like, Donald Trump, orders drone strike, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, wow, that's big. And then I will click the story. And in the first paragraph, it will start with, it was a dark and stormy night.
Oh, God.
A midsummer Tuesday.
Scroll down to the end of that paragraph.
Yep. And I'm like,
the next one. It's usually by the end of the third paragraph. They tell you what it's about.
Exactly. And we've all experienced this. And I bring this up because I give you the lawsuit. Introduction. A short time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, done.
I skipped to the end of the paragraph immediately and see if it's topical.
Come on.
Or it was just descriptive.
Defendants made it clear that only one orthodoxy in thought, speech, and action was acceptable in their empire, and that those who dared to question or failed to fully... No, you lost me.
I have cancer now.
I now oppose Elon Musk. I am going full Democrat. I'm a leftist now because of that.
I wonder if he let Grok write this thing.
I have cancer now.
Sounds like it.
And it's probably terminal. If I make
I can't believe they did that in the oh man.
That sounds like Grok wrote it. That's funny. I wonder if he used Grok to write that.
I got to be honest, like if I was a judge and I would be really pissed off. I would be so pissed
don't waste my time.
I would be too.
Right?
No flowery words. Give me the nuts.
Are they expecting that the judge is going to be like a Star Wars nerd or something?
Oh, that was very clever.
It is not clever at all.
So what else we got?
Cancer. Terminal.
Okay, so
cancer.
they say in her post, she expressed her personal political views, opinions, beliefs. In retaliation for her exercise of her speech rights, defendant terminated Carano's employment and took other retaliatory actions to limit and deny her future employment opportunities, including but not limited to making maliciously false statements about Carano with the intention of damaging her reputation and thus her ability to find and retain work. I think that's the important factor here. I'm willing to bet it was an activist at the company who was like, okay, we're going to fire her. Doesn't matter if she did anything wrong. And then the statement that went out saying she made she made these disparaging comments was to defame her, quite literally, because she never did. And I don't know what lawyer would sign off on a defamatory statement like that. No, I think it was an activist who just went for it.
Maybe.
Definitely. Who else do you think might join in a lawsuit like this? I mean, are there any other like people we could think of
to get her fired?
People
that have been wronged by Disney?
Yes, that Elon, ESPN.
Well, I mean, theoretically, I mean, I don't know what anyone that might have been on that the series that she was supposed to be in. They were going to make Cara Dune
Pedro
series.
Pascal.
Anybody that was supposed to be in the series, they might be able to be like, hey, I was supposed to be a grip on that series, or I was supposed to be this on that series, or they might be able to make a monetary claim. This is just, hypothetical. But otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose you could argue that, these secondary jobs that were cut because she was removed from the show or something. I don't know. Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.